welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing a comparison on the two Physicians Formula mascaras I found in Ulta when I went shopping the other day. So they both say new on the packaging. How new they are to anyone else, I don't know, but they're definitely brand new to me. So we have here one called Killer Curves, which says it's a voluptuous curl and volumizing mascara. So that's this one here. And then we have the other one called the Lash Contortionist, which says it curls and lengthens your lash. It's an interlocking fiber mascara. So that's that one there. Now, the before and after pic, at least, okay, they both have before and after pictures. Here we go. So the before and after picture on either one is very interesting because this one here, the Killer Curves, shows that the girl that is in here using this, like her lashes are already super curled and they already look pretty thick. It does seem to add some length to them, but this one says voluptuous curl and volume, which means to be thicker. So I don't know, I'm a little, skeptical about that one. Now here, her particular lashes, that for the person that's using the before and after, they definitely are already pre-curled, and they definitely look really like super curled once they're on and lengthen just a little bit. Then this one does say curl and lengthen. Okay, so I'm gonna try one on one eye and one on the other eye, and then we're gonna get it together. Please ignore if half my body is looking like a tomato because I spent some time out in the sun today, and as you can see, that wasn't the very best idea ever. At least not to lose track of time and to allow myself to get burned. So people, please remember your SPF. Remember to reapply every hour. This is not what I am wearing a top, by the way. I have a tube top on, but this is not what you want to end up looking like at the end of your day. Anywho, okay, I am going to switch it up here. I'm going to try to get this camera as close as I possibly can so y'all can be all up in my face. And then we're going to get started trying out each mascara and seeing if they are what they claim. So we'll be right back. Okay. So now that we're back and we're all up in the business, I should have actually opened up these packages a while ago is what I should have done. But, not that we ever do things properly here. Alright, so this, I'm trying not to destroy the packaging. Well, there goes that. Alright, so I'm going to give these each a fair chance. And like I said, in each of the pictures, I don't know how well you guys will be able to see that. Hopefully you can. But in each of the pictures, it looks like they've already got a little bit of a pre-curl going on there. I like destroyed this one, so I don't I don't know how close you'll be able to see that, but I'm going to give it a fair chance. And I'm going to attempt to curl my own lashes. For some reason, I kind of suck at curling my own lashes. I don't know what that's about. Ow! See what I mean? See, who stabs themselves in the eye with a lash curler? I don't understand. If anyone out there has any better recommendations of lash curlers I could use, ones that won't attack me and take my eye out, let me know. Let me know down below. Okay, there we go. That is... you know what? We're gonna call it good. All right, so here we go. This one here first is the Lash Contortionist one that says curl and lengthen. So here is what the brush looks like. It's kind of like this twisted shape, which is weird because it's kind of like flat almost when you hold it at a certain angle. And then as you twist, it looks like it gets rounder. So I'm going to tap off some of the excess product on the back of my hand because this is what I usually do with any of my mascaras, especially when they're brand new and I'm using them for the first time. Okay, so now we're going to go in on this eye here. Okay, So this is one coat so far with the Lash Contortionist. Okay, so here's one thing I already have to say. For something that is supposed to curl and lengthen, it's already dropped the curl that I had. Not that it was the greatest curl in the world, I'll give it that. But it's already dropped the curl that I had in my lashes to begin with. Now, granted, this pretty much happens to me with just about any mascara that I use. I never really get the initial curl to really stay, so that's not so surprising. Another thing I want to point out is that I don't know how well you can see it on camera, and I will try to zoom in editing, but there are flecks here and here that came off as I was applying the mascara. Now, it's a very wet formula, so I don't know where the flecks, because they're kind of like dry flecks almost. So I really don't know where that even would have came from. Just quick note, if that ever happens to you, just let it dry. Especially if you have your makeup already done, just give it a few seconds, let it dry, and then go in with a Q-tip, and it should wipe right off without disturbing your makeup. So aside from those few flecks and everything else, I will say that it did give it some length, because definitely my lashes are so much shorter than that. Well, it's still wet, so it takes quite a while to try to dry down. But all this curling and lengthening and whatnot, and looking at the back of this packaging, definitely not happening for me. Lengthening, yes. Curling, no. I'm going to give it a few more seconds of dry time because it's still pretty wet. And then I'm going to come back and try to do a second coat and see how that looks. But in the meantime, on this side, we're going to go in with the Killer Curves one. And once again, where is my lash curler? And hopefully this time I don't take an eye out. Oh, I did much better on this side, I think. I don't really know for sure. Well, that's another terrible curling of the eyelashes there, but you know, we're gonna go with it. Okay, let's get this one open here. Same deal, dab off the excess on the back of my hand and show you guys really quickly. Don't know how clearly you'll be able to tell. So this one is just like almost like an hourglass shaped brush. It's there's like little slender dips right in the center. But otherwise, it's not like a super huge difference throughout the length of the... let's try this way. There you go. And let's get on in there. Alright, so right away I can tell you this one is a drier formula than the one I just used. Okay, so here on this side we have the Killer Curves. I kind of made a mess at the top there, but that's my own fault. But anywho, here we go. Alright, so far, comparing the two, I actually do see a difference, and I hope that you can see it too. And so far, I'm loving the Killer Curves side. It's a drier formula, which is my preference when it comes to mascara formulas. So right off the bat, as soon as you open it, it's a drier formula. I definitely like that. There are some mascaras that I don't really like them initially when I open them because the formula is too wet. And I like when I've had them for a while and they start to dry out. So this Killer Curves mascara starts off exactly like that. So far, so good on the Killer Curves. It says voluptuous curl and volume. Again, unfortunately, it's just something that always happens to me. The curl always drops no matter what. Number one, I'm not the best at curling my lashes to begin with. And number two, most formulas just drop the curl anyway. My lashes are just very, very stubborn that way. So I don't mind that so much. But that length though, and I find it to be volumizing as well. I find it to make my lashes look thicker without looking clunky or heavy. or anything like that, and they don't feel crusty or anything. All right, so I'm going to go back, and like I said before, I'm going to try the Lash Contortionist one more time to add another coat to it. I think it should be dry enough by now. Okay, yeah, it's definitely dry by now. So I'm going to go in with one more coat and give it one more shot to see if we can make anything good happen with it. So here we go. Dab off the excess right here. I'm actually going to go one step further and kind of just wipe the whole brush down the back of my hand, just because I don't want to make them too crazy or clunky. And then we're going to go in one more time. See how all right. Not doing well on the second coat. Not really picking up anything on this second coat. Okay, I mean, alright, it did pick up a little something extra on the second coat. Unfortunately, it also kind of stuck some lashes together, so they look a little more like I have one huge lash instead of, you know, nice fanned out fluffy lashes. So it's not bad, but for everything that it claims on the package, it's definitely not a win for me. And again, with just one coat, the Killer Curves already looks so beautiful. So just to see if and how it would build up, I'm going to dab off the excess, brush this down the back of my hand, even though this formula is already dry, so you really don't need it. And then I'm going to go in one more time on the Killer Curves side. You know, surprisingly, for a dry formula, you can actually build that up pretty nice. Ooh, hello. Oh, wow. Okay, you really got some lashes going on there. Okay, so on the Killer Curve side, here we go. That's two coats on both sides. And for me, hands down, I think the Killer Curves is a win. So that is the silver mascara in this packaging here. It says Killer Curves on the side. I like the way the formula starts out. I like the fact that you can actually build it up. It doesn't get all crumbly. It doesn't get crazy looking. It looks beautiful with just one application. So if you want something just natural to make your lashes stand out and look pretty, that's, you know, gonna accomplish that for you. It looks so nice. I'm really impressed. Whereas the Lash Contortionist side, which it's still wet, still, you know, does really take a while to dry down. It doesn't really build up well, and when you attempt to build it up, it just kind of will take lashes and stick them together, so you look like you just have a handful of, you know, like several lashes stuck together to look like one long lash instead of just a nice fanned out fluffy looking lash. Yeah, I would totally pass on the Lash Contortionist, and hands down, where did I put the tube? Hands down, the winner is Killer Curves. If you haven't tried it out yet, if you've been, you know, curious about it, hopefully this video helped you make up your mind, but I would definitely recommend it, and I would definitely give it a shot. That, my friends, is it for this particular versus here. That's all that I have for you tonight. If you haven't already, please comment, rate, subscribe. If you have any questions about either one of the mascaras that I possibly didn't answer, then ask them down below. I'll be more than happy to answer it for you. You all have an amazing weekend wherever you are, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.